Well, when a case goes to trial, it just doesn't happen to go to trial. When a client retains our office to represent them in a personal injury lawsuit, we start preparing that case for trial right after that client leaves our door for the first time. So trial preparation begins very, very early. In the likelihood that a case actually has to proceed to trial, we will be ready for trial. And what happens is when we do know that a case actually is set for trial, we assemble a team, a trial team here at Romanucci Blandin to try the case. And that could consist of Stephen Blandin, who's my partner, could be myself, it'll be another one of our attorneys, and it'll be a number of staff that the client may never see. And they begin by preparing what are called all the motions in limine. They assemble all the medical bills, the medical records. We have abstracts of the depositions that were all taken. We have legal assistants who put the file together. They assemble it in boxes with itemizations, file folders. So it becomes a very dynamic, complex process in order to just prepare for the trial. And then, once we actually get to trial, that's what people are more familiar with, but they don't know that for probably every 1 hour that is spent at trial, there's a minimum of anywhere from 2 to 4 hours outside of the courtroom spent for every hour of trial work. So at trial, when we're in front of a judge, we begin with jury selection, and then after that we start with opening statement, and then begins the evidence portion of the trial. Plaintiff puts on their case first, and then defendant puts on their case. When that's over, we have what are called either closing arguments or summation, where we argue the case to the jury. The jury then gets the case for deliberation, and then after that ultimately is the verdict. So that whole process that I just explained in a few minutes could take anywhere from 2 to 4 years, possibly, because that is the life of a personal injury case, especially in Cook County where you're placed on what's called a track. So you're on a trial track when your case gets assigned to a law division judge. And depending on the complexity of your case and which track you're sent on, that's why cases can take up to 2 or 3 years because of the track that you're placed on. Not because the lawyers are delaying anything or because they don't want your case seen through. Sometimes complex cases take a long time to proceed. As a matter of fact, there's a very little known fact about the United States Supreme Court that their mascot is the turtle. And the reason that the Supreme Court looks at the turtle as their symbol, their mascot, is that the wheels of justice turn slowly but surely. And by going slowly and surely, that is when you can probably obtain your most maximum result.